Hello, Revengers and Returners. My name is Skyen, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where, if you're watching this on the playlist, you might not know it, but if you've been waiting for this, you do know that it's been some months, I'd say a few, like a couple, like a small number of months, since the last time I played Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, which is where we're still stuck. We are in A Realm Reborn. We are in the city called where we have to go and rescue who got kidnapped by the... no, it's Minfilia got kidnapped by the Empire, and now we need to infiltrate like a castle to get her out of it, because the Empire is bad. But I'm just sitting here looking handsome, in the meantime, just... God, what a pretty boy. Thinking about how we might go about doing that. We have some main story quests, which I suppose we'll just follow. Now, I've put a little bit of practice in, remembering, you know, how to use all these buttons that I have to do things. So it's just kind of drowning out the voices, being you the one who has that? I think so. Sid requires your assistance for his rescue preparation. Yeah. What the hell was the voice I gave to Sid when I do the read? Like, he obviously has his own voice, you know, but while Glamour goes about devising his plan, we need to see to some preparation of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they're short in armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm gonna put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the self-same energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. Oh, and just so you know, plasmoid to draw to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. Okay, go to the place, kill the people, and put the things down on the markers. I can do that. What do you want? He wants me to practice the part of Imperial Trooper, okay? Clean the wax out your ears now, because there's something I want you to do by way of preparation. The plan is to have Castrum Sentry all decked out in Imperial duds, but a disguise is more than just the clothes you're wearing. You also gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impression's everything, they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best you learn it from the experts. So get yourself near as you dare to Castrum Sentry and watch the Imperials doing what they do. Okay, go to the place, touch the... probably activate the marker, and learn the things. Take acting class, the quest. Presumably, the way I learn how to act like them is by kicking their actual asses. Of course it is. Brick, you must carefully sneak your way over there and learn how to imitate them.
Okay, go hit them with my axe. I get it.
There we go. I have successfully learned acting.
Nothing to report, sir.
We have received a warning of an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend the controls be increased.
No, Brick, that's not quite okay. Well, all right. I'm sure it'll do. I love my big-ass himbo. Okay, jam the signals.
Yeah, the ratings. Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers.
There.
Yeah, 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose. Oh, I pray we won't have need of their power. My thanks, Brick.
Hooray! I have done it.
I've also done the other thing. So, did your man learn the imperial salute? No. Best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. I've learned the emote imperial salute. Okay. I'm probably going to need to set that, aren't I? There you are. And get there. And then we use that on some people. I'm sure is probably what we need to do. You there.
You're called Brick Ultham, yes? I've heard of your plight from my friend Glormond. As a fellow adventurer and son of the Orsia both, I would offer my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means, from the bodies of their recently deceased owners.
Oh yeah, like nothing inspires confidence in a uniform than just a huge number of very recent axe wounds.
The fortified area before Castrum Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. It ought not to take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, one for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils.
Okay, go to the place and hit the people with the axe. Can do. 10-4 there, little buddy. Nobuo Uematsu is so fucking good as a composer. Because the whole vibe of the scene that the motorcycle... So, okay, that's large. The whole vibe that the scene that the motorcycle song is from... Like, it's exactly right. Like, this is exactly what it is. Because it's like this desperately tense escape sequence, but it's also really exciting and kind of cool what's happening. Anyway, hello! I'd like to ask you to strip, please. Just a large, furry man running at you shouting,
I need your pants!
okay. Yeah. Got some clothes. Got some holes in them.
Were you able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment?
Damaged Imperial uniforms and helms. Yeah.
Damaged as I had suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion.
Oh, you think?
They must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith at Eingolf at Diamond Forge in Rowena's House of Splendors should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead, and I have been assured that he's expecting you. Worry not, we've already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission.
Seems legit. Somewhere over here.
So you're the adventurer Marcel Sark Moloch sender, yeah. Well, I've been waiting for you. Now let's see what you got for me.
There you go.
I see. Yeah, well, I reckon I'm gonna hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe your friend Sark Moloch a favor too. Took good care of old Eingolf back in the days before I fell in with old Rowena, I did. Did you?
That's a very handsome man.
Did you know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? I wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did. I suppose he always felt adventurous life calling him. But here I go, blabbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse, Bert, for a moment or two, and the great Ignolf will have your gear looking good as new. And there we have it. Won't do you much good in battle, mind you, but from what I hear, this is not your priority anyhow. Do send Sark Moloch my regards, will you?
Getting a little bit of sort of... ex-boyfriendy vibes here. Well, maybe not like that, but like a thing of like they had a thing once upon a time. And it's not a thing anymore, but they still sort of fondly remember each other. That kind of vibe.
Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Egenolf never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even a legatus. Thus equipped, you shouldn't have any trouble blending in amongst the Imperial's forces. Lest you fear the Gallians might detect your foreignness, foreigners in fact form the greater part of the Gallian invasion force in the Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke.
Also known as the thing that the Roman Empire did. Yeah. And also, like, it's just a classic imperial strategy throughout history. You take over a bunch of land, and you parcel that land out to your soldiers, like to your like war leaders and anyone who needs to be bribed in order to keep you in power. You just, we've conquered a bunch of new land. Here, you guys can be governors, you can have farms, you can have land, you can have whatever the hell you want. And then the displaced people, who now don't have lives or a career or whatever, you say, oh, you've been displaced. Well, that's too bad. You know what? We have a great career opportunity for you in our military. And wouldn't you know it, if you go into our military and you help us conquer some foreign, faraway lands, you can have them as a reward for your good service. Isn't that great? And that's sort of the way that the Empire expands and expands. But that creates a problem, because at some point your empire is so big and so bloated and so expanded that communications becomes very, very difficult. You have a bunch of soldiers whose primary loyalty is not really to the empire itself, but to whatever general or war leader is leading them out to get spoils. And that's when you end up in situations with a general going, hey, I have a giant army and the people back in the capital don't, so why am I doing their order? Why don't I just march back to the capital with my army and now I'm the emperor? And that's how you get civil wars, and that's, how you get most of Roman history, really. But it is this thing of, like, the empire, like, the fatal flaw of empire is that it has to be expansionist. Like, you cannot have an empire that is not on some level expansionist, because it needs to keep finding new territory to conquer that can funnel resources back into the imperial core to prop up the system. Like, that's the thing, is like, it's not self-sustaining. It's like, it's this constantly gluttonous beast that must consume more and more always. And that's one of the reasons why empires cannot last, ultimately, is that they're fundamentally consumptive. Like, they cannot be in balance.
With that part, my part in your mission is done. I'm glad to have been of assistance to your cause. Huh? Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? Oh, I know not where you've heard such a tale, but believe me when I say I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm.
Liar. Bum bum ba 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 ba. You got clothes.
Glaument has finally devised a plan to appropriate. Oh, good work like getting them imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. Took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us a suit of magitek armor. And now, from what I've seen, Castrum Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, the patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's toll. So, hoping to coax the Imperials out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of the old false intelligence. Told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. Tain't far from the truth, now I come to think of it. Anyway, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up until now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed up in your shiny tin suit and alert them to the enemy's presence. Having done that, you'll want to lure them as near to Revenant's toll as you can. Like as not, though, they'll be wary of venturing too far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use the smoke signal here, filched fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come a-running when they see that, and when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make sure they make off with their Reaper. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping the perimeter right now, so run along, eh? And don't forget to salute.
Cool. Do I need to Where's my armor chest? There. Do I need to put the hat on? I feel like I need to put the hat on. And then the armor also. It's so ugly. But I don't need, there's no pants or anything. It's just the hat and the thing. Okay. Just gonna assume I need to put it on. And then, how would I know? I feel underprotected with this stuff on. So don't get into any fights, basically. Anyway, I'm just gonna ride up to them on my motorcycle and be like, hey, salute, I'm a normal Imperial soldier. Oh, that armor looks so cool. Like, this is the thing about Final Fantasy XIV, though. Like, this is the thing. This is the thing, is that... So, a little bit of history behind these armors, right? These armors were originally designed by Yoshitaka Amano as part of the concept art phase of Final Fantasy VI, right? Like, it was all magitek armor, and then here comes Yoshitaka Amano, a man whose imagination outstrips anything that actual game artists can create since the day he started doing it, creates this fucking thing. Like, this almost fish-like with the fins, a little bit like a crustacean from the deep sea, weird sort of animalistic dinosaur creature thing, which, in-game in Final Fantasy VI, they don't look like that. At all. They just look like walking armors, right? Like, they look like sort of fairly standard walking battle armors. But this is the concept art he created for magitek armor for Final Fantasy VI, and... God, the way that it's been brought to life. Like, I mean, though. And look at the little... Oh, it's a lovely detail, like that organic pumping of the thing. Because, like, that's also the thing about Yoshitaka Amano when he designs robots. He has a little bit of that H.R. Giger instinct to make them not mechanical, but make them alive. And that's also why the shape language is the way it is. Like, all these, like, overlapping plates, like the chitinous outside of a praying mantis or an insect of some kind. And all these rounded shapes, like all this roundness, which, like, is not the curves and roundness is not the sort of thing you associate with robotic imagery. But that was very much part of how Amano, like, originally designed the concept art for these things, and my god, it's just... Oh, it's so well realized. It's so pretty, holy shit. You can get one of these as a ride, right? Like, I'm pretty sure you can. I want it. I want it. I want it. Give it to me. Anyway. Okay, pardon me for a second. Your timing is very inconvenient. There we go. Okay, salute. It just doesn't look right.
Carry on, soldier. Oh, insurgents gathering to the east, you say? Judging by your description, they're well beyond the perimeter. I will not have said that I was remiss. You return to the scene to keep an eye on those insurgents. Should all go around, you should smoke signal call us.
Okay. Oh, he's there now doing stuff. Where are we going? This way. Do I need to keep wearing the armor? I don't want to keep wearing the armor. It's bad and ugly. Smoke signal. Okay, level 50, commence battle, let's go. Well, I hope you don't mind my joining. Seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry, I thought it'd be best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. That's one of those things where, like, because your main character can't talk... This is the place. Where's the enemy?
Sir, over there!
Send in the Reaper. Let us make an example of these insurgents.
At last, her very own suit of magitek armor. Not wishing to look at Chocobo, a gift Chocobo in the beak, it does seem rather worse for the wearer, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's because I hit it with my axe.
Thanks, Wedge. What's your honest assessment?
Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound.
Oh, I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I hate to say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged.
Huh? But aren't those things protected by thick armor plate?
They are, yes. It's odd. The casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part.
Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting till it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. You got that, Wedge?
Cart, Chocobo.
I heard that.
Well, the hall has been set aside for our use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there, Brick.
Give it to me! I want it! I really want it. Oh, I want it. I want it so bad. Okay. Now then. Hey, Slathborn.
Magitek armor. Sid and the others took it inside. Go on in and join them.
Ah, yes, the normal way of going through a door. Teleporting. I want it. I want it. I want it.
We've had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry, though. Biggs and Wedge will see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give those two something to mend, and they'll think of naught else till the job's done. And 'tis a marvelous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy.
La 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 la.
Well, the repairs are proceeding at pace. Shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There's, however, one small problem. As you may recall, the Machina's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty. Wedge subsequently ascertained that the magitek core which drives it is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices which must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our imperial colleagues, however, the one we used in this Reaper was long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mordona, but all is not lost. Wedge thinks he may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see him, would you? He'll explain the details to you.
Yes, the quest to go to the other side of the robot and talk to the guy.
As I believe the chief has already informed you, the magitek core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the dunderhead maintenance engineers of Castrum Sentry had remembered to replace their cores, we would risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there is a solution: to substitute the magitek core with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to grant sentience to an automaton. By my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism. We'll just need to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. I've already placed an order for a first-rate mammoth heart with the Goldsmiths Guild. All that remembers is for someone to go to Ul'dah and collect it. Oh, and pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No? Well, they typically cost something in the order of... I don't know. Hope you don't mind footing the bill. It's for a good cause.
Every little thing she does is magitek. Every little thing she does is magic. Every little thing just turns me on. Hello, Serendipity.
Hello there. Come to collect the mammoth heart, you say? Well, then you must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. I've taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have, a heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alphinaud's personal use, after all. He notified us a short while ago that his manservant would be coming to collect it.
Alphinaud? My.
Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphinaud has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmiths Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here's the mammoth heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please do pass on my compliments to your master.
Yes. I will. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Why not? Sure. I think I stole a thing, but it's probably okay.
You have a mammoth heart? I can't wait to see if it works. Hurrah! Thank you so much. Oh, but this is magnificent. It must have cost an emperor's ransom.
Yeah, for someone else.
Free of charge, courtesy of Alphinaud? Coming from an influential family certainly has its advantages. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in.
Are we gonna make this thing sentient, by the way? Like, I did read that right?
There, she's ready. Magitek armor engage. Or not. She just needs a loving tap, I'll wager.
Like, again, if you make the thing sentient, maybe your first act shouldn't be to punch it. Okay, well.
Haha, yes, she's alive! Let's take her outside and put her through her paces. Brick, would you care to do the honors? Gimme.
Mine. Please tell me I get it. Please tell me I get to use it as a mount. Please tell me. Please give it to me.
Hop into the pilot seat. We'll begin as soon as you're ready. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again.
Yes! It's mine! Oh, look at you. Look at how pretty you are. I'm a little too big for you in some ways, I feel like, but oh, it's a nice armor. I like it. Up there? Oh, okay.
No anomalous movements evident from either leg. Good. Next, jump back down, then sprint north quick as you can.
Up here? If you just leave me alone, please.
Leg joints absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back, Brick.
What, really? That was it? Come on! Leave me alone.
The torso remains stable during vigorous motion. Excellent. And that concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation.
Give it to me.
Here's a summary of my findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition. With some fine-tuning, we can expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo mechanism, I'm afraid it's not nearly as responsive as it should be, and I'm at a loss to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition and should be installed correctly. Perhaps the inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armors of the mechanisms? Whereas magitek cores serve only to conduct impulses, mammoth hearts enable automata to process the information collected by their sensors as feelings. Maybe she just doesn't feel like part of the team? In which case, we should all do our best to make her feel welcome.
Okay, battle time? All right.
Well, at after it fell, I gave it my best. I've welcomed myself to a bloody standstill. What were you expecting it to do anyway? Bob us a curtsy?
No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant all this silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. This would be an onerous task at the best of times and wholly impractical during battle. Using a mammoth heart in place of a worn magitek core seemed a promising solution. Alas, the device does not appear to be compatible with Garlean technology. Wedge, are there no other ways we might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here?
Well, I'm at my wit's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps, or cheer our heads off.
Imperials! They've come for the armor!
Damn it, they have us cornered.
Oh no, there's 3 of them.
There's the Reaper!
Yeah, good luck with that.
Taken by the traitor Garland. And is that the Icon Slayer? Oh, bollocks.
Call for reinforcements! Oh no, I wasn't expecting them to be smart.
How the hells you will.
We've located the stolen Reaper. Request immediate assistance. Respond, respond! It's no use, sir. There's some sort of interference.
Curse you, Garland. No matter. If we can't reclaim it, destroy it.
Discount Darth Vader over here.
Bloody hell's brick. Protect the armor at all costs.
La-da-da-dee. Focus on me. Oi! You! It's very rude to ignore me. Would you fucking stop attacking it? Could you just please pay it? Defiance isn't on. That's why. Why does Defiance keep turning off? It's extremely annoying. Defiance wasn't on. Jesus.
Look, Chief, she moved.
Ah, now she deigns to grace us with her presence. Well, it took us a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Castrum Sentry and rescue our comrades.
Ah, there, the finishing touch.
Oh, no, yeah, great idea, Wedge. Definitely put an identifying marker on it so everyone knows that it's ours. Yeah, cool. Oh, the servo mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple fight to the death. Remind me not to install a mammoth heart aboard the Enterprise, would you? Much as I love her, I'd rather not be required to profess it before boarding. But enough of that. Now let's see to our final preparations. Thanks to Biggs and Wedge, the Reaper's as good as new. We're as prepared as we'll like to get. How's your preparations, Brick? We leave as soon as you're ready. Glomond, you came.
I thought I'd give you all a roaring send-off. It's the least I can do for 5 men and women what are about to make my lifelong dream come true.
Well, we'll do our best. It occurs to me that for all the help you've afforded us, we know little and less about you. What did the Empire do to you earn your ire? Yeah, but I fear I've put my curiosity before my consideration. I quite understand if you'd rather not relive those memories.
Oh, no, I don't mind, really. Truth be told, a part of me was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, 'tis hardly novel. I ain't the first to suffer at imperial hands. Like most folks, I used to have a mother. She was a sweet, caring woman with a smile that never went far from her face. There's a sister, too. Pretty little thing. She was gentle as a lamb, but tough as nails. We were poor folk, living a simple lives, but we knew happiness just the same. And then the Imperials came and took it all away. When Alameda fell, they put my family in a camp. Being a lad, I was made to do hard labor while my mother and sister were forced to do far worse.
Is he implying... Oh, I hope that's not what... Okay. They hid their suffering from me as best they could, but yeah, I knew. And the thought of it drove me mad. We had to escape, and so I hatched a plan to get us out of the city. We were picking our way around a gorge not far inside of the walls when they caught up with us, and rather than allow themselves to be taken again, my mother and sister leaped over the edge before my very eyes. Heartbroken as I was, I didn't put up a fight when the Imperials clapped me in chains and dragged me back. Okay, no, yeah, that's... contextually, he's implying exactly what... Okay. 'Twas some years after that I escaped again, and that time I got away. I swore then I'd get my revenge on the Empire and became an adventurer so as to hone my skills and earn the coin I needed. But nigh on 2 decades have gone by, and what have I achieved? Bugger all, that's what. Not like you lot. You ain't been here 10 minutes and you've already done more than I managed in 10 bloody years. Oh, you give us too much credit, Glomond. We seek only to rescue our friends. Well, what's more important than that? On any road, after you got your friends back, you're planning on going after the Empire, and don't pretend you ain't. I've helped a few folks take on the Imperials over the year, and every time I have, it's helped stave off my appetite for revenge. Something tells me I won't be going hungry for a while, what with everything you've got planned. And are you sure that'll satisfy you? If you wish to strike back at the Empire with your own hand, you need only say the word. We'd be glad to have you with us. Tempting though your offer is, I'm afeard I must decline. I swore I'd get revenge on the Empire, it's true, but I've long since realized that the front lines are no place for a man like me. There's some as would call me craven, but I prefer to think of myself as a realist. My talents lie in scheming, you see, not swordplay. Helping folks like you is how I can make the most difference. But that's quite enough storytelling for one day. Best not to keep your friends waiting any longer. I'll be praying for your safety and success. May Ralka give you strength. Wherever the Empire goes, misery inevitably follows in its wake. For the sake of all who call Eorzea home, we must put an end to Gaius' ambitions. But first, we have friends to rescue. Biggs, Wedge, and I will lie wait east of Castrum Sentry, just outside the stronghold's patrol perimeter. Join us when you're ready. Oh, and don't forget to wear your disguise, this will be the shortest rescue mission in history. Okay, so there's good reason to hate the Empire beyond just the... Well, because it's an empire. Like, what was being described there was presumably sexual violence. Which, like, yeah, empires do that. That is a feature not a bug. Oh, right, I need to wear the disguise. It's part of how, like, occupying forces, and especially imperial occupying forces, subjugate the populations that they try to dominate. That kind of violence is just... like, when it comes to war, it's par for the course, unfortunately. It's part of why, like, all wars are crimes. Because there isn't a way to prosecute war that doesn't do this shit. There just isn't. Forgive me for saying so, but you cut quite a dashing figure in Imperial black and crimson. But now it's not the time for jests. Yeah, don't flirt with me right now, dude. Looking spectacularly unimpressed. Well, let's review the infiltration plan. Castrum centralized just beyond. A short while ago, an Imperial patrol left to do its rounds. Alphino and I will create a diversion out here and keep them occupied for as long as we're able. Meanwhile, the three of you will enter the stronghold posing as the patrol returning from duty. So should Alphino and I prove less distracting than I hoped, I will contact you via link pearl. Be ready to beat a hasty retreat. Wedge will lead the way in the Reaper. Stay close to him. And I hardly need to tell you this, but don't do anything suspicious. Oh, unless you wonder, Hida and Yashtola left shortly before you arrived. We'd planned that they should linger in the vicinity to cover our retreat in the event that Alphino and I attracted too much attention, but the approach of an Imperial vehicle forced us to improvise. Don't be too disappointed. They did at least leave a message for you, something along the lines of, don't do anything reckless, if memory serves. Wise words. Alright, the Imperial Patrol should be returning at any moment now. You best be off. Good luck, Brick. May the 12 keep you.
Yes, hello, I am Soldier. Totally not.
Brick is famous. Like, just in the lore of the story, they know who he is. They've seen him before. But no, yeah, like, I put on a different shirt, and now it's fine.
You have spirit. That I will allow. Yet you struggle to the benefit of none, least of all, yourself. This echo of yours intrigues us. We desire only to understand it, and for that we need your help. You wish to be rid of the icons, do you not? You would have saved yourself a great deal of torment had you accepted our aid from the beginning. Tell me everything, and I shall end it quickly. Refuse, and though you beg for death, you shall not have it. Which will it be? As you wish, my dear Minfilia. Unpleasant though it will be for all concerned, you leave us no choice but to employ more rigorous methods of study. Be so kind as to deliver the prisoners to Castrum Meridianum.
You're not moving them, are you? Oh my god, really?
Yes, milady.
Hello, hi, I am normal soldier. Hello, yes, where are the prisoners?
Best get back to my duties. The supplies aren't gonna move themselves, and neither are the prisoners, come to that.
Move the prisoners, you say?
Oh, I need to perform the salute. Okay.
Part of the maintenance crew from Occident, are you? I don't know what they teach you over there, but being an engineer does not accept you from saluting your superiors.
Yes, I am an engineer. I have my engineering axe and my giant spiky engineering gloves.
Oh, that's a fine salute. Part of the maintenance crew from Occident, are you? Welcome to Castrum Sentry, engineer. What? Prisoners? Oh, you've heard the rumor then. Yes, they're being held in the storage tower, but I strongly suggest you pay them no mind. You are summoned here to work, not garp the Orsia's defeated heroes. Now show a bit of enthusiasm, I'll have you reported.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't notice you there, so engrossed was I in my task. You being engrossed too had the tribunus commanded for you to arrange for the prisoners to be transported. What prisoners do I speak of? You mean you haven't heard? Only the infamous scions of the 7th Dawn, captured by the tribunus herself. If you don't believe me, have a look in the storage tower when you actually pass that way.
I'm beginning to think that maybe the prisoners are in the storage tower. Who am I saluting over here? Aha. Hello.
What, shouldn't I be at my post? I suppose so. But such things don't seem to matter anymore. I've fallen for one of the prisoners. She's all I can think of as of late. Am I a deviant for wanting her to salute me?
Yeah, a little bit. She fucking prisoner? And you're like, oh, I want to get with that. That's very gross, my dude.
Oh, greetings, comrade. Forgive me for asking, but you haven't visited the storage tower recently, have you? I only ask because I dropped something in there and... Oh, who am I fooling? I've fallen for one of the prisoners, all right? I dare say you know the one I mean. The svelte blonde? Goodness, no. It's the Lala Felon lass I'm smitten with. She's so oh my god, that's worse. That is worse! She's so adorable, it hurts. I want to sweep her up into my arms and squeeze it. God damn it. To my arms. What do you reckon I should take to convince the Centurion to lend me the key so I can see her?
Can we report him? Can we just, like, report him for being a fucking weirdo? Yo, dude, listen, seriously. That motherfucker, there's something wrong with him.
What's this? You need access to the storage tower. What business have you there? At the tribunus' behest, you say? Well, this is highly regulated, but it would not make due to make my lady wroth. Take my identification cape. See that it is returned when your errand is concluded.
These people have terrible security. Holy shit, like, just like, oh no, yeah, boss lady said give me the key.
Morons.
Security's tight as we expected. We're gonna need a special key if we want to get past this bulkhead.
You mean this one that they just gave to me when I asked for it? We are the least suspicious people in the world. Escape from Castrum Sentry. Well, see, because... Just put on my normal clothes, it's fine.
No! And Philly and the rest, thank goodness they're safe. I'm the one you want. Leave the others be. If you harm my friends, I swear I shall take my own life, and you shall answer to your mistress. Totoro, we must do something. We risk letting the entire Castrum know we're here.
Yeah. But, like, have you seen me?
Ah, you're right. We may not get a better chance.
Have you seen how fucking big I am? This is the 3rd Squadron. What is it? A Reaper? Ceased when? And this came to light only now? The culprits will have left a trail. Take as many men as you need and scour the area. I want that Reaper found. Well, thankfully, our Reaper doesn't have any identifying markings on it by which you might be able to tell that it's... Now's your chance. Found the Reaper for you, dickhead.
Well, what the? Strike my last! Eliminate the intruders!
It's this one. Overpower. Why is Defiance off again? Anyway, everyone hit me in the face, please. Oh, let's just get rid of you, shall we? There we go. That'll make it a little easier.
Brick, I was so scared. It was foolish of you to come here. You might have been killed. But thank you. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not arrived when you did. I say, did you not see a Thancred anywhere? I'm beginning to fear for the fellow.
To linger here shall yield us no answer. Let us away, ere the window to our liberties closes shut. Yes, thankfully, we can all just teleport out. It's very easy.
What did you say? Escaped.
Oh, nope.
Then recapture them. Fail and I shall have your head. And what have we here?
Oh shit, hi, Yustola.
The Tribune is yourself, just as you said. You have the eye of an Ahriman Eater. Well, she's kind of hard to miss in that showy armor of hers. Accursed scions. How did you slip our defenses? With unexpected ease, if truth be told. There chanced to be a commotion outside the Castrum's walls, which allowed us to avail ourselves of the comfort of your vehicle. Your Charles is just being polite. That was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever stowed away in. It's no wonder it's called the Phantom
Okay. All right. The Phantom Train, huh? Okay. Final Fantasy VI reference.
No passenger would ever be seen dead on it.
Be seen dead. Oh my god. You bastards.
So, you scuttled in amongst the freight like the vermin you are. I should be sure to have words with our rat catcher. Such negligence is unforgivable. That is far from your most pressing concern. First you must answer for your own wrongdoing, Livia's son Junius. 'Twas you who led the raid on the Waking Sands. You who butchered unarmed men and women for the crime of being unworthy of capture. You killed our friends! We'll never forgive you! Nor shall we suffer you to plague Eorzea a day longer. Betake you to your god.
All intruders, protect the tribunus.
Confound it. Ida, with me.
What? They're just grunts. You can take them.
After them.
Where's His Excellency?
At the hangar, my lady, in discussions with our guest.
Alert him at once.
Yes, my lady.
No.
Yes. There they are. Fair nothing's around them.
Listen, I can literally take all of them. I can literally just take them.
Must protect Tataru. Bix, I'm going in. See everyone to safety.
There's only like 4 of them. Like,
No, Wedge, don't do it.
you could you just wait for them to come outside the gate. Okay. Well, all right. Oh no, Brick. Hold him off. I'll look after Minfilia and Tataru. Oh, hey! Hapalumu and Urianga are with me. Nice. All right, dickheads. Oh, you seem to be a healer. Sure, it would be a shame if something were to happen to you. Invulnerable to stun. Fair enough. Guess I'll just hit you really hard in the face with an axe. Seems to work. Okay, so something's up here. It's got a shield. Why does it have a shield? A Colossus, huh? At least that one's not invulnerable. Yeah, get over here. Nice, an iron giant. So Wedge is dead. Oh no, ordinary grunts with swords.
Take the leader, kill the rest. What the?
The Ashtola! Pray, forgive us our delay.
Papalymo, Minfilia.
Ida!
What took you so long?
Well, it's nice to see you too.
The reunion must wait.
Right. First things first.
Yes, let's get back to being heavily outnumbered.
You ditched your magitek armor. Fool of a Lalafell!
That was his accent? I did not remember that at all.
Well, excuse me. She's all yours if you think you can do any better.
Must rescue boyfriend.
This is Sid. Can you hear me? I need you to count to 5, then jump. Understood?
One, 2,
3.
4.
And I just nod. And we just leave the armor behind. Oh, yeah. Good job demonstrating your loyalty to this sentient being you created.
I know not which is more pitiful, the charlatans who rule Eorzea, or the masses that clamor for their implausible panaceas.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
I see that which they cannot. This realm founders for want of a ruler with true power. The power to cast down icons.
Absolute fucking Darch Edgelord, the bad. My god, the character design. Look at this man. Look at this man. Like, you chose to wear that on your head voluntarily, and you're like, why will no one accept me as their ruler? Because you show up looking like Darth Vader's shittier, more annoying cousin is why.
If you continue to deny this truth, it is the people who will suffer. Embrace reason.
Yeah, this guy rolls up and is like, yes, we would like to introduce a new and better form of government to your community.
And if you do not concede to our demands, we will destroy you. We are the good guys.
What in the 7 hells? Oh no. It's here.
12 preserve us. They finished it. Ultima weapon.
So it has a name.
It is a relic of ancient Alag, excavated from its resting place deep beneath Alamigo.
It's a classic Ultimate Weapon design too. And here again, we get the, like, that particular fusion. This is again something like where you really see the influence of Yoshitaka Amano's early art on the way that things have developed onwards in the Final Fantasy universe, because that fusion that Yoshitaka Amano really loved, of organic and robotic, and which he used in, like, early designs for, like, Atma Weapon back in Final Fantasy VI and stuff. Like, you can see that on display here, like, that particular mixture, like, with the chitinous, sort of insect-like plates and stuff, along with like these glowing replicas, which just look like organs, like exposed flesh and organs. Ooh, just gorgeous. Like it's very busy as a character design. It's very busy, and it's very like it's very over the top and a bit silly, but it fits like a game like Final Fantasy XIV.
The Alagans used it to crush primal and foe alike, and now the Garleans mean to do the same.
Damn you, Gaius!
Okay, I think I'll just go hit it with my axe then.
Look! There, beside the Black Wolf. An Ascian. An overlord, no less. His garb attests to that.
La Habrea. It could only be him.
Oh, the plot twist!
Crid.
Oh, the plot twist!
He was La Habrea? No. No, this cannot be.
Really? You're surprised that the anime boy with white hair was the bad guy? Okay, sure.
We have to go now! Hang on!
Thancred! No!
Voice acting is my passion. I really don't blame the voice actors for any of this. Like, the voice actors are almost assuredly giving the given the performance that they were directed to give.
All that time, the enemy was beside me, and I never even suspected. And to think that it was I who suggested that Thancred investigate the Ascians. How could I have been so blind? Small wonder the enemy knew our every move, and where to find us. Confound it all! No, this is not the time for self-doubt. The Alliance leaders staked their hopes on the Scions, but now they believe us all dead or missing. When they learn of the Empire's new weapon, we cannot be certain what they will do. We must go and offer them what assurances we can that defeat is not inevitable.
Kryl, this is Minfilia.
The situation may have taken an ill turn.
So forgive me if I seem brusque.
But the battle is far from over.
Is it ready?
And so long as we stand together,
Wonderful.
there shall ever be hope of victory.
We need it urgently. How soon can it be delivered?
The people of Eorzea falter for want of such hope.
I am in your debt,
Let
my
us
friend.
provide it. Let us bear to them the tidings that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are returned. Matters are coming to a head. I hope we can count on you.
No, actually, Alf, no, I've been thinking about it, and like this is all a little bit over my head. I think I want out. You know what? You guys can take care of it. I'm just gonna go ride chocobos and fish, and I think that's just what I'm gonna do instead. Like this adventuring stuff, like it was fun for a while, but you know I'm kind of burned out on it. It's time to move on to something else.
My regards to grandfather. I am ready. Let us pay a visit to the Council of the Alliance leadership.
Hells take the Black Wolf and his new toy.
Rally all available forces. I want them ready to move on my word. And relay to
Goddamn Final Fantasy names. Slafirson,
the order to sail. That is all.
God damn that woman. I'd quite forgotten, but that's a good character design. That's a good character design.
The maelstrom stands ready. What of the flames?
Ready as we'll like to be. I need only give the word to Royal.
Has there been no word from Ishgard?
None. The dragons have got their tongues.
Silent to the last. I was unwise to hope for better. What would stir the Archbishop to open his holy mouth if not this? And he claims the fury for his god. 'Tis bad comedy.
The Holy See has made its choice. We will proceed without its cooperation. I believe we are all acquainted with the terms of the Black Wolf's ultimatum. We must agree upon a course of action, not less than the fate of Eorzea hangs upon the decision of this council.
Bambelzar claims to wield the power to smite primals.
Should we yield to him, he pledges to rid the realm of its false gods, yet offer resistance, and he swears that we shall share the primal's fate.
Pardon my bluntness, but I like not these choices.
This is too great a decision for any one of our nations to make alone. Choose we surrender or resistance, we must answer as one, for if but one surrenders, the rest shall surely fall. Let us pray for the wisdom to do right by all our peoples.
Hang on. Wait, I need to listen to this. What's that called? I know the name. I can't remember. Fucking Mel. It's one of those songs where you know it. But yeah. Okay, fuck it. Let's get out of here before I go insane.
Thancred's plight troubles us all.
His plight?
Yet we cannot allow anything to come between us and our goals. So long as the ultimate weapon exists, the Eorzea will never know peace. Let us go to the Alliance Leaders Brick and help them to make the right decision.
Let's talk to everyone else first.
Once the people of Eorzea learn that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn has returned, they will surely rally to our cause. We need only sound the clarion call.
Deep in the heart of the desert, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you.
Tra la 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 la, ho 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 ho. Tra la 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 la, ho 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 ho.
Oh, Brick, I hope my singing doesn't bother you. I'm rather fond of this little ditty. It reminds me of home.
Why would you do that? Why would you make that the... Okay.
Sorry, we had to resort to such drastic methods to escape. Things escalated so quickly that Alphanor and I saw no other alternative.
What do you think, Brick? Was she impressed? Do you think she might consider,
Dude, just talk to her. Like, you don't go around doing show off. Just talk. If you want a relationship with her, you have to fucking talk to her, you dumbass. You can't just run around posturing and, sort of assume that that's the same thing as having a personality.
I wasn't how I expected things to play out, but at least we escaped with our lives.
Bum 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 bum. And I do believe that this is probably a good place to cut an episode. Welcome back to the world of Final Fantasy XIV. I am slowly getting my bearings back, having forgotten all the voices I used to do for everyone. I think we're closing in on the end of A Realm Reborn, which means it's almost getting close, getting there, like closing in on getting to the good part, as people say, after only, I don't know, 70 hours of playing this goddamn game. Admittedly, a lot of that has probably been AFK for me. We're finally getting to the part which is supposed to be so good that it's worth all the... Like, A Realm Reborn has been fine. It's been fine. It's not been bad. It's just been, you know... Maybe not the transcendent experience that I have been promised many times by many friends. It's just around the corner. But yeah, God only knows. Like, it's probably going to be 4 or 8 boss fights before we get to that point. So if you want to see that, you can hit the like, comment, and or subscribe buttons down below. They'll let you know when new episodes are coming out. If you want to see these episodes early, before everyone else gets to, you can become a member of the channel, which will give you early access to... Well, like I said, it'll give you early access to episodes. I have a Patreon, a merchandise store, and a tip jar as well. You can use those if you want to. These episodes are recorded live on twitch.tv/tbskyen. So if you want to watch me stumble through this and see everything that happens and not just the bits that get edited and put up on the channel, come subscribe, go follow, do the Twitch thing over there. I'm trying to get to affiliate at least, so, you know, yeah. But outside of that, thank you very much for watching. Remember to still wear a hand and wash your mask. Wear a mask and wash your hands. It's still often necessary. Like, get the boosters whenever you need to get them, and, you know, just try and make the world a better place for other people generally, and have solidarity with those who are worse off than yourself.